Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Pilates class. So we're going to start lying down. So come down onto the floor, get comfortable, and I'd just like to take your focus onto your breathing. And we'll start with those nice full deep breaths in and out. So that every time we breathe in, we're just going to draw that breath down towards the stomach, allow the stomach to rise. Then as you breathe out, allow the stomach to drop back down again. Take one more deep breath in. As you breathe out, like circle the arms overhead. We'll interlace the fingers, and then we're just going to reach out to the whole length of the body. So point the toes, stretch those hands as far away from the top of the head as we feel we can. Making ourselves as long as possible. Just hold here. We'll take one more deep breath in. As we breathe out, we gently release the arms and allow them to come down to about shoulder height. And we just bring out a little bit of gentle movement through the neck. So let's drop the head down, look over the right shoulder. We'll ease the head up to the center and out to the left. So we gently just take the head from shoulder to shoulder a few times. Last time to each shoulder. And we can ease the head back to the center. From here, we're going to bend the leg, keep the arms out at shoulder height. We'll keep the shoulders pinned to the floor. We're going to gently lower the knees down to the right, take as low to the ground as you can. We'll ease back to the center and out to the left. So just gently take those knees from side to side. Keeping the shoulders down as you do so, it's nice moving through the hips and through the back of the body. And then if it's feeling good and you want to add that little extra in the next time, drop the knees to the right. We can take that right knee up towards, or the left knee, sorry, up towards the right shoulder. And we can do the same, so drop the knees to the left, right knee towards the left shoulder. Still keeping the shoulders down. just sticking with dropping those knees gently from side to side. And last time to each side. And we'll hold to the center. From here, we're going to lift the legs, shins parallel to the floor. We're going to bring the right hand onto the left leg, just below the knee. And I want you to push the right hand into the left leg and the left leg into the right hand to create some tension. We're going to take the left hand up in the air and we're going to lower the left arm and the right leg down to the floor as we keep that tension in the right hand and the left leg. Just lower to the floor and ease back to the center. And if it feels okay with a bent leg, we can straighten the leg as we lower it down and then ease it back in. We want to keep that tension in the right hand and the left leg the whole time. One more on this side. Then we can have a little release, but we hug the knees in towards us if we want to. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So shins down parallel to the floor again, this time left hand onto the right leg just below the knee. We're going to create some tension there, pushing the right leg into the left hand into the right leg. Right hand to the ceiling, and we lower the right arm and the left leg this time. And again, if it feels okay, we can extend the leg as we lower, or we can go back to having a bent leg at any point if we need to. The focus is keeping that tension in the left hand and the right leg as we lower and ease back to the center. Two to go. And we can rest. Have those knees in towards us. Have a little release. And from here we're going to extend the legs towards the ceiling. Now we want to keep a strong brace to the core, so we don't want the back to lift away from the ground, but we're also not forcing it down into the floor. So we keep the spine in a neutral position. We want to keep that strong core brace. You can take the arms down by the sides or wherever feels comfortable. Now while maintaining that brace, we're going to lower the legs just a little bit, and then we'll hold there. We're going to lower the legs a little bit closer towards the floor again and hold. So if you feel the back starts to lift, just ease up a little bit. If you can, we're going to do that. And we're just going to hold and then lower a little bit further again. And hold. So again, at any point you feel the back lift, just ease away slightly. We can go a little bit lower, we can go a little bit lower. A little bit lower again. And we'll slowly start to ease back up and hold. Back up a little bit more. A little bit again. And then back to the center. We can bend the legs. And we'll hopefully ease them towards us. And we'll release the legs, and the feet come down to the floor. Here we go on those feet hip width apart. It's not too wide, not too narrow. We're literally in line with the hips. The heel is roughly underneath the knee. And when we really focus on that squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings, so through the bum, the back of the legs to lift the hips off the floor. We're going to lift them as high as we can, keep them level at the top. And we're just going to hold here. So really focus on that squeeze through the back of the body. Arms are down by our sides, palms facing the ceiling, so we're not pushing into the floor. We're really focusing on that squeeze into the bum, and the back of the legs. Now if it gets too much at any point, you can gently lower down to the floor, that's absolutely fine. If you can, we're just going to hold here. As we hold, focus on the squeeze, focus on those nice deep breaths, keep smiling. Keep going. So if you can, we're going to keep holding. But like I said, if you need to, you can lower at any point. We're going to hold for about 30 more seconds if we can. That's good. Keep going. A little bit longer. That's it, if you need to release it, that's fine. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we can gently lower down to the floor, where we can lift the legs and hug those knees back in towards us and have a little bit of a release. So we can maybe have a little rock from side to side. Don't rock too far though, don't want to topple over. And then from here, we can gently bring ourselves up into a seated position. Like take the legs out in front of you. And then we're going to lean slightly back. We can have our hands on the floor. Now I'm going to change angle slightly. And I'm going to use my water bottle. But you can use anything for this one. Doesn't have to be as tall as this. The taller the object, the harder this one's going to be. But so we want that object, whatever it is, in line with one of the hips. Like I said, hands are going to be behind us. Now keep that strong brace. We're going to squeeze through the legs. We're going to lift the legs off the floor. And we're going to slowly take them over, down to the other side of the object, and then lift and over again. So we're creating kind of like a V shape as we lift and go across. Like I said, we're keeping this strong brace, we're keeping it controlled. So not just once we get over, we're not just dropping the legs to the floor, we're slowly bringing them down, slowly lifting and across. Like I said, it doesn't have to be as tall as a water bottle. It might be that you need something a little bit lower to the floor. And just to start with, gently taking those feet over it. We're using the abs, we're squeezing through the legs. That's it, you just lift them as high as you feel you can. Try not to kick the object that we're using. It might be a shoe. So you go. And then you can rest. From here, we're going to gently make our way around onto all fours, however it feels comfortable. So you come around onto all fours. So knees are under the hips, hands are under the shoulders. Then if we can, we're going to lift the knees off the floor. Now if that's too much, keep the knees down and you can untuck the toes. Because I know for some people it's uncomfortable to have your toes flexed or the foot flexed for various reasons. So if needed, we can keep the knees down, but if not, we're going to lift those knees slightly off the floor. But either way, we're then going to lift the opposite arm and leg. So we're going to lift the right hand and the left foot slightly off the floor. Then we do the same on the other side. Now we're trying to stay as stable as possible, so we can do the same if the knee is on the floor. So it draws the shoulder back as we lift the hand away from the ground. We squeeze through the glutes and the back of the leg to lift the foot off the floor. We just alternate from side to side, holding for a second or so, and we lift either side. And then again we can rest. Here we can have a little release. You can see the hips back towards the heels. And we'll gently ease back up. And we'll slowly make our way to standing. So we'll tuck the toes under, we'll lift the knees. And bring the feet forward, so come into a forward fold. And then up from our forward fold, we're going to roll up through the spine. Bring ourselves up to standing. From here we've got a few squats. So then we've got 6 of these. We're going to take those feet just outside hip width apart. Then we're going to squat down to halfway. So when you squat us halfway into your squat, wherever it is, go as deep as halfway is. Squeeze through the legs, the glutes, chest stays lifted, abs are braced. Then we're going to lower as far as we can into our squat. So again, your range is your range, but we want to keep that squeeze through the legs. As we hold as low into our squat as we feel we can go. We'll lift back up to halfway. Again, keep that squeeze. And then all the way to the top. 1 down, 5 like that to go. Back to halfway. As low as you feel you can go. Remember, every time we pause, we still squeeze those legs so we're not just relaxing. Back to halfway. All the way to the top. Let's go again. To halfway and hold. As low as we feel we can go. Back to halfway. All the way to the top. Just 3 down, 3 to go. All the way to the bottom. Back to halfway. All the way up. Last 2. Halfway and hold. As low as we can go. Halfway. And up. Okay, last one. Legs are working now, aren't they? Halfway and hold. As low as we can go. Halfway. And all the way up. And then you can give the legs a little shake. And then you can gently make your way down to a seated position. However you feel comfortable. Making your way down to the floor. But nice and gently. So here we've got our slow roll down. So we're going to keep the legs out in front of us, slight bend in the knees. We're going to lift the chest. So that's it, we're going to keep the heels down. Then we're going to slowly roll down through our spine. So we want to try and roll through every part of the spine. Slowly taking ourselves down onto our backs. And if you feel like you're going to drop, please put the hands down, forearms down. We don't want anyone bashing their heads, but I want you to try and go as slowly as you feel you can. I definitely don't want to bash my head. Not with those weights behind me. We just try and resist gravity for as long as possible. And then I'd like you to reverse the movement if you can. So again, as slowly as you feel you can, I'd like to bring yourself back up to a seated position. So we roll up through the spine by lifting the head. Then we slide the ribs down towards the hips to lift the chest. Use the core to slowly, keeping those heels down, lift us. back up to a seated position. Now, if we can't lift ourselves back up, please push yourself gently back up to a seated position. We've got one more super slow roll down. So again, we keep those heels down, and we slowly roll through the spine. So again, we're trying to roll through every part of the spine as we go back, using our core as a brake to stop us just from flopping backwards. Good. And from here, we're either going to bend the legs to bring the feet to the floor, or if we feel we can, we're going to extend the legs, feet towards the ceiling. And then we're going to come into some crunches. So either with the feet down, we're going to crunch to the top of the knees, ribs towards the hips, pulsing. Or if we can, we pulse towards the toes. So we just stay in that top half of the movement. Again, ribs down towards the hips. Keep those pulses going. Almost there, and we can rest. So we can release the legs, we can hug the knees back in towards us. So we've got a little bit of a stretch next. So we'll release the left leg down to the floor, we'll take our hands to the back of the right leg. And we're going to extend the leg towards the ceiling. Here we can keep hold of the thigh, we can reach the calf, but not the back of the knee. Because you do some damage to the back of the knee if you pull on it, and we don't want to do that in a minute when we ease the leg in towards us. So thigh or calf. And we'll just gently ease the leg in towards us so we feel that stretch through the back of the leg, holding it there.
Don't go breaking promises you made. I would say I love you, babe, but I don't wanna break my heart again. Swear you treat me differently. Now don't go breaking promises you made. I would say I love you, babe, but I don't wanna break my heart again. Swear you treat me differently.
Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, release the leg back out over the hip. Don't keep it in the air, arms out at shoulder height. And we gently lower it over the left, down towards the floor, keeping the shoulders down as we do. Hold there. Gently ease back up to the center, and we can gently release the leg down to the floor. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we'll bend the left leg, take hold of the back of the thigh, extend the leg, look towards the ceiling. Gently ease that leg in towards either holding the thigh or the calf, but not the back of the knee. Hold it there. breath in. As you breathe out, release the leg back out over the hip, arms out at shoulder height. Then we just lower the left leg over the right down towards the floor, taking it as far as we can without letting the shoulders lift. If it starts to feel too much, we can lift the foot a little higher. Or we can bend the leg and hold just for a while.
If there's a way to stop this, show me how. I know you're telling me you're leaving, but all I wanna do
And gently ease back up to the center. And then lower the leg down to the floor. And then from here, we've just got a little bit of relaxation. So find a position that feels comfortable to you. And once you've found that comfortable position, just like take your focus onto your breathing. So we'll take those nice deep breaths in and out. So each deep breath in, we're drawing it back down towards the stomach, and the stomach to rise. And as you breathe out, just allow the stomach to drop back down. And then if you want to, you can just take your focus down towards your lower body. And we curl those toes down and just squeeze through the muscles in the lower body, so through calves, the thighs, the glutes. Feel that tension holding it there. And then the next breath out, just release that tension. Feel those legs a little bit heavier into the floor. And the feet might just drop out to the sides. We're going to do the same with the upper body as well. We pinch the hands into fists. And just start to squeeze through the muscles in the arms, the shoulders, the back of the neck. And squeeze and feel that tension holding it there. And then we can release all that tension. Feel the shoulders drop away from the ears, those arms just sink a little bit heavier into the floor. And just take your focus back onto your breathing. Take those nice deep breaths in and out. And slowly start to bring some awareness back towards the body. So maybe wiggle the fingers, maybe wiggle the toes. Gently bring yourself back to a seated position. From here, we'll take a nice deep breath in. As you do, allow those arms to drift overhead. As you breathe out, just relax your shoulders and circle the arms back. And we'll do that one more time. Nice deep breath. As you breathe out, relax your shoulders and circle the arms back. And then, awesome work, guys. Hope you enjoyed that Pilates. If you have any problems, any questions, please let me know, as always. I'd love to hear the feedback. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Take care, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.